Hi, and welcome back. My name is Elna from elnacain.com, and for today, we're going to talk about the freelance writing skills to help you make your first 1K as a new freelance writer. Ooh, very nice, all right? Just to let you know that if you're a brand new freelance writer, there's lots of cool things you need to know, the certain skills that you need. So we're going to talk about them, all right? Because once you have these skills and learn about them, then you can definitely start pitching and landing clients so that you can make your first 1,000 in the month. And if you do need some extra help, I do have my freelance writing prep masterclass for you. It is a 1-hour video masterclass that gives you all the necessary skills and training that you need to get started as a new freelance writer. I give you all. I even show you how I find blog topics, what you need to know about social media, the journey of a freelance writer from a beginner to being an expert, and everything in between. And make sure you check out my 1-hour video masterclass, Freelance Writing Prep. All right, so let's get to it. The first freelance writing skill that you should be familiar with and really understand as a new freelance writer is your ability to effectively research, right? Because a lot of clients, when they do hire you, they expect a level of writing that is different from, let's say, a blogger who has their own mom blog and they're talking about cleaning and organizing, for example. If a cleaning and organizing product has a blog and they end up hiring writers, they expect a different type of blog post for them as versus a mom blog talking about cleaning and organizing. Of course, they want you to talk about their product for sure, but they do want some credible sources in their post to make it more professional, make it more authoritative, that they are the go-to cleaning product on the market. And so a writer needs to effectively have that type of research in their articles or in their blog posts. For example, I do have a blog post over on my blog, elnacain.com, called How to Easily Find Credible Sources for Research and for Freelance Writing Clients. I have been updating this post frequently, so I am adding more links to publications and places that you can find stats. I do go into what makes a credible source, so make sure to read that. But I just wanted to direct you to the bottom over here where I do list a lot of different type of journal articles, reputable publications. I have here like science.gov, ResearchGate, Science Daily. Definitely if you're in the medical writing niche, if you're a health writer, a medical writer, these would definitely help you. I do also, if you're in digital marketing like I am, I have some links to some journals for marketing, digital marketing, and social media. Those definitely help me when I write my client pieces. So make sure you bookmark my blog post so that you can get a list of those types of publications. And then I would set up a swipe file. I'd go to those links, find the section that you would probably most use for your clients, and take some of those stats and put them in a swipe file so that you can quickly go to just your swipe file and find the perfect stats. So, if you're a health writer and you have stats for losing weight, then I would list all, I would categorize losing weight and then list all the stats for that with the correct annotation so that you can mark it in your post. And then you would have another section for running statistics or marathon statistics or just health statistics, and then list all those. So that's how I would build up my swipe file. Another way to effectively research as a freelance writer to, really build up your skills is to sign up to Haro as a journalist. This is something that I am going to do. I haven't done. I am a source. And so that's something that you might want to also consider if you have your own blog and you're trying to build your own brand as a writer, as a type of writer. You can definitely become a source. I have been featured on different places like Lead Pages and other digital marketing software websites that help me with gaining clients as well. So it's something to consider if you're like an entertainment writer, a lifestyle writer, and you want to be known for that, then you can be a source. But if you're just starting out as a freelance writer, I would definitely try to be a journalist, because what's nice about having access to this portal for Haro is that you can develop a pitch to send out to the masses. And so there are thousands of marketers, business owners, freelancers, bloggers, people that sign up to Haro. And so they get an email 3 times a day telling them what type of journalists want for their feature. So I'm going to show you quickly what that would look like in your inbox, and you can see what journalists write in their pitch. So I signed up for the sort of lifestyle publication on Haro. So also I get sent lifestyle stuff as well as digital marketing pitches. So you can see, let's look at, they have it listed here. They sometimes mention where the publication, like what the publication is. So we have Inc. magazine or Love Inc. magazine, Trail Runner, The Independent, but sometimes they have anonymous here. And that could just be because it's a startup publication or it's a very known brand and they don't want to be solicited with hundreds and hundreds of pitches or responses. But let's look at Homes and Garden. That's a very notable brand. So if you are a freelance writer and you landed a gig on a magazine like Homes and Garden or just a health site, you can definitely set up Haro so that you can get experts in your blog post. You can feature experts and make your article 1,000% more credible. So here it shows the name of the journalist. So Megan Slack from Homes and Garden, the category that's set up through Haro, and then the media outlet. Again, you can mention it or mention anonymous. And then this is the pitch or the query. It says, hello, I'm looking for an expert for top tips for using eucalyptus in the shower. Any advice surrounding this and its benefit is greatly appreciated. Thank you. And so it lists plant expert, please. Sometimes the pitches will also say, I will also include your social media handle or your website when you pitch. So if we can look at another one here is a little bit more informational about what exactly they want and who they want. They want licensed psychologist, therapist, and then please provide a link to your bio or website with credentials. So that means that when you write your blog post, you can link to them. And that's a good indication for your client that you have the proper annotation, because you can, make up a person or you can find someone in your community. Maybe you can link to their social media, their LinkedIn or their website, just to show more credibility when you feature them. And so what's nice is that when you do that, you can have a type of blog post that mentions these people. So I do that. I haven't, like I said, I haven't used Haro, but I have connections over the years of being a freelance writer that I've connected with influencers and big people in my industry and just friends in general, blogger friends. And so I will show you a blog post that I wrote that shows that. So my article, one of my clients is Zapier. And so I created an article called The FOMO Strategy, How 3 Brands Use Micro Influencers to Get Overly Sponsored. And so in here, I do have a quote from Allie of What Moms Love. And so we did link to her Instagram. This is something that the editor at Zapier wanted me to do. Since this is about Instagram, it's more credible when I can link to anyone that I'm featuring and their Instagram account to show that they are a micro influencer on Instagram. Allie is more of an influencer than a micro influencer, but she did talk about back in the day when she was a micro influencer. And so I have a direct quote from her that through Instagram messaging, I was able to get this quote. So I have something like that. Another way you can find some other stats or get some credible sources is through social media. So somewhere like Twitter is good, and LinkedIn. You can set up a poll in LinkedIn, and that could be original research. So some clients really enjoy original research that you did that extra effort for them, especially for those that want like thought leadership. If you're the expert in your industry, doing something like polling your audience or sending an email to your list and asking them for feedback, that's always nice that you can pepper out in your content. And so you can do that on social media, on Twitter, on LinkedIn, or you can follow other business owners, influencers, and see what they're putting out. They may have done a case study. They may have done a podcast. They may have done some things where you can go and do that extra research for your client pieces. Anything that you can do to just level up your content so that you can become the go-to writer. This is exactly what I teach in Write Your Way to Your First 1K, my premium writing course, to really get you to that status. So I'm just giving you an overview right now of the first skill, which is, credible stats and research skills. And then finally, of course, using podcasts. I mentioned podcasts, but I like podcasts because I can be folding my laundry, cooking dinner, and listening to podcasts and learning about my industry. So something like, the Copy Blogger podcast here. They talk to Nathan Barry, who is the owner of ConvertKit. He might have some insights where I can feature him, link to ConvertKit's blog, link to this podcast, show where I'm getting my research. This is also, following those types of podcasts where your niche is highlighted. So, if you're in the lifestyle niche, finding those specific types of lifestyle podcasts that are credible definitely is a plus. That was the first freelance writing skill that you really need to understand so that you're quick at researching. And I did hint at making a swipe file to help you so that you're not constantly going to these sources and spending hours trying to find the right stat, is once you find them, mark them in your swipe file. The next freelance writing skill is really understanding content writing. Make sure you check out my recent video on how to write an article. That can really help you get an idea of how to structure your content online, because any type of article writing that you do online for guest post writing, for Medium, if you're just writing Medium for your writing samples, or you're writing blog posts for yourself and for your clients, you do need to understand the concept of content marketing. I do dive deep into that in Freelance Blogging in a Weekend. That is my premium writing course. And so I do talk about how to write for different types of audience, especially B2B audiences and B2C audiences. So make sure you check out Freelance Blogging in a Weekend if you really want to up-level your writing so that you can get paid more for knowing how to write effectively online. But as an overview, content marketing is how you write online to educate an audience online, to help them figure out what their next step is and hopefully convert in a way. It's different than copywriting. Copywriting is more fine-tuned to storytelling and really grabbing at the audience person reading the content to really make a decision and buy or sign up to something. Whereas content marketing is more of educating the audience more, getting them to realize, yes, I do have a problem in that area. Yes, I do need more help in this area. And that is the trigger for people to sign up to a masterclass or sign up to get a free white paper or look more into this tool. It is really that beginner step. And so that's where I do a lot of my writing for clients, is sort of the top of the funnel writing, where people just initially learn about a new tool, a new service, a new product, a new brand, a new blog, a new social media platform, whatever it is, and I educate them on that. So I might write a post on Instagram for beginners, teaching people about that platform, or TikTok for beginners, or TikTok for brands, teaching them about the platform TikTok and how to use it effectively. That is top of the funnel type of content. Whereas if that piece of content is for a brand that does social media automation, they are a social media automation tool, they would have a post like that to help brands with TikTok, and then they would have a call to action. We educated you on how wonderful TikTok is for your brand. Well, if you want to add that to your, profile, your brand building aspects, then we can help you with automating your TikTok post or automating your content marketing strategy, whatever it is, right? Again, I'm thinking for my niche, but this is where you can see top of the funnel type of content to help a person, like nudge them to the next step. It's just getting them more familiar with their brand. They may follow them on TikTok or may follow them on social media and just get more information about them. And so as the freelance writer, as the medical writer, the lifestyle writer, the pet writer, the IT writer, the digital marketing writer, that's pretty much what clients will hire you to write top of the funnel type of content, especially if they want a blog writer. Now, if you want to specialize in something different like copywriting, so landing pages, you're doing something completely different. And so that's not really content marketing, but in a nutshell, that's what content marketing is. And so you need to learn that sort of process and understand the purpose of your blog post and what the client wants. Ultimately, they want to make money off of their blog content. And so that's something that you need to figure out and understand. And like I said, Freelance Blogging in a Weekend, I teach you all of that. I teach you the specific skills you need to show clients that you know content marketing in and out and that you can write effective blog posts for them. All right, the next freelance writing skill that you need to know to help you make your first 1,000 as a freelance writer is being familiar with the tools. Now, I know I have a lot of students that aren't tech savvy. They don't know much about online things, WordPress, online tools, but it's in the best interest for you to take the time to learn that as you are, pitching and hustling and trying to land your first gig, to really understand those tools. Now, I do know that there are freelance writing jobs out there that probably will specify the exact tools that you need. I'll just go to ProBlogger. So here's a job ad for a podcast podcast show notes writer. And so they do require some tech savvy skills, like you're familiar with WordPress, Squarespace, Google Suite, Dropbox, Slack, and ClickUp, but they're willing to train you on it. Going through the job ads here on ProBlogger, there are actually surprisingly not a lot of gigs that required knowledge of certain tools, which is nice, but there are the few that do. And so if you want to ensure that you can land those gigs because, 100 writers out of the 150 don't have those skills, then you have a smaller pool to compete with and sort of like get the attention of a potential client. I know for me, if I really want to snag that gig, I will flex my skills and saying, I have a subscription to Ahrefs. I have several blogs that I am trying to rank. Here are how many keywords I have for this site and my backlink profile. Like, I will sort of flex those skills to show like I know how to write SEO blog posts. I know how to help you rank, and that can seal the deal over someone who doesn't have that SEO knowledge, that doesn't say that they use that specific tool. It's in the best interest for you to learn how to use some of these tools. So, one of them is Canva. Canva is an image editing tool. I pay for Canva, and it's up to you if you want to. If you're going to be using Canva a lot for your social media posts, for your own blog images, it's probably a good idea to subscribe to Canva. You can really do a lot. You can actually, I make coloring pages and coloring books that, I use as a way to grow my brand. You can use this to grow your email list. I do Instagram content. I do videos for my YouTube video. I do YouTube thumbnails. I make planners. I do a lot on Canva. And so for your clients, if they want you to, do a feature image, you can do one here in Canva. If they want you to make an infographic, which not many clients will ask you, but if they do, you can make one here, or you can tell them and say, you know what, I can also make you an infographic if you want. I can also make you a feature image, or I can make you some social media posts or pins that you can put on your site. Like, you can really up-level your chances of landing a gig by showcasing these skills that you have and increasing your rate because of that. Canva is a great tool to learn, as well as knowing how to use something like Grammarly. I have a review video for you on how to use Grammarly, so make sure you check out that video after this one. But in that video, I'll show you how to use Grammarly and how it's a good tool to have as a freelance writer. You do want to provide error-free writing, so I would definitely invest in an editing tool like Grammarly for your content pieces. Another thing that you can learn how to use is like a project management tool. So something like Trello. I teach in Write Your Way to First 1K. I do have not a lesson, but I do have a resource to help you with Trello. I like Trello, just it organizes my thoughts, but you can use whatever you want. People like Notion, so they use Notion instead. Asana is another one. So, find a project management tool that you like. I also use Google Sheets and Google Suite, so that helps me with my Gmail and my Google Docs, my Google Sheets and all that. I use that. So just becoming familiar with those tools really helps you as being a successful and proficient freelance writer, so that when you do pitch, you are confident that you know what you're doing, that you understand the online landscape, that you can offer that to your clients. Another tool that you should become familiar with is SEO and an SEO tool. You can definitely invest money in a paid SEO tool. I do like the Chrome extension Keyword Surfer, and you can definitely do that, and you can definitely get that for free. So if you type in Keyword Surfer in Google, it's right here. It's a Chrome extension. I do have it. It says it's been disabled. I don't have it on all the time, but I do have it installed. And so what that does is it just, when you start searching in Google, it will give you the keywords and suggestions for that term. So it's quite nice. It says find new keyword opportunities. So through Google searching, on the sidebar, it'll give you more keywords. And all of that will help you with your client pieces. You can at least know how to write with keywords in mind. So yeah, getting a tool like Keyword Surfer is a good start. But down the road, if you really want to increase your rates and really become a proficient writer and be a successful writer, you need to invest in your business. And part of that is investing in a good SEO tool. And at least that will help you understand more about SEO. And I do have my fast track to SEO writing masterclass, which really dives deep into how to source those keywords, where to find them, and how to put them in a blog post. That will totally help you understand at least what to do once you have an SEO tool to use and how to use it effectively. At least this will tell you like where to put the keywords and how to really research for an SEO blog post. So make sure you pick that up. All right. And then the last freelance writing skill that you should know to help you make your first 1,000 is social media marketing or social media in general. It's a good idea to be on social media. I found so many writing jobs on LinkedIn, Twitter, and now recently Instagram that it's in the best interest for you to just get on these platforms, market your business, and get out there. I do have a video on Instagram for freelance writers, so check that out so that you can start at least getting familiar with using social media to market your business, because that's really what it is. It's connecting with an audience and marketing your business so that other businesses find you and they want to hire you. I get hired especially with big brands, something like Walmart or big brands like Target, because they see me on social, they see my followers on Pinterest or my growth on Twitter, and they comment on that in their pitch. And then they want to hire me because I have an influence online. Now that took me many years to develop. And if you're new, you're not going to have that, but at least you're on social so you can use it as a marketing tool. And just to go circle back, my freelance writing prep masterclass does walk you through the social media aspect to get started on social media. I would pick that up too. All right, everyone, tell me in the comments below if you found this helpful. Tell me if there's any skills that I missed, but I think those are the core skills. Once you really have an understanding of those skills, you can really get started with freelance writing and have that confidence for sure. And don't forget to check out my show notes. I have lots of resources for you, free guides. I have my best tools and things that I use, books and job boards that I use, and as well as all the products and courses that I've created to help you become a freelance writer and, make a living out of this, because I've been doing this since 2014 and I'm not stopping. All right, so I'll see you in the next video.